Welcome to, I don't know what day it is. Hello. Welcome to Summer Romance. That's what we're doing here today. This is the second to last session of this Summer Romance live series, these Instagram lives we've been doing. They've been just so cool. I feel like every week is really built on each other. So you're jumping in now, check out the other sessions on my YouTube channel. But they're all living there. So what would we like to explore today? Oh, did my music just stop? Hold on a minute. Hear that? So okay, we've been doing these writing prompts, right? We've been using the gift of writing to clear out energies and to kind of grow and create this self-love, right? So I already have our writing prompts for today, but I kind of like to kind of be in your space for a minute and see what is coming up for you guys around self-value and self-love. Hi, Shima. So happy you're here. Let's just do some asks of the universe here for a minute, okay? Hello, everyone joining us. Welcome. Welcome. So, if you could get anything out of this, what would it be? If you could fall in love with yourself today, would you be willing? And what if it's not like a one-time thing? What if you fall in love with yourself more and more and more? The more you get to know yourself. Okay, let's look at like romantic relationships, right? Because you have that like fall in love time, which is my favorite. I love falling in love. And you see the greatness of everyone. You see the greatness of the person you're falling in love with, right? You see everything that they are and everything that they could choose and all the possibilities available. And then for some people, they call it like, what is that? Like not the honeymoon phase, but kind of like that. Like after a while, when the rose-colored glasses come off, you start to see the flaws and the things that bug you, and everything kind of changes. But what if true love, real like loving energy, not distractor implant love, but is actually the more you uncover about someone, the more time you spend with someone, the more communion you have with someone, you fall in love again and again and again. That's how I feel about the earth. Like I can go for a million walks out in nature and I'll still find myself in total awe. I'll be like the weird person that I'm like, oh, like a bird. And it could be like a total common bird. Like in Canada, we have like a lot of magpies. We have a lot of crows, like ducks. You see them like all the time, every single day. And I'll be like, oh my God. And just totally like in awe of this beautiful creature. Well, imagine you had that for you. Like imagine you didn't get sick of yourself. You were like, oh my God, wow, I'm so wonderful. I just discovered something new about myself. I revealed more of the beauty of me, of the kindness of me, of the capacities of me. Like, would you be willing to continuously fall in love with yourself? Hi, thank you for joining us. What would that be like for you? Cool. So sometimes I end up using the access consciousness clearing statement on these things. So I'm just going to get into it now because I already feel it percolating. So if you've never heard of access consciousness or the clearing statement, it is a set of words that just kind of magically changes everything. If you want more information, please go to www.theclearingstatement.com. We'll have that linked in the YouTube thing as well. And hello. Essentially, this is it: right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys. But to be honest, you don't have to understand that for it to work, and it won't work if you don't want it to work. So you've got nothing to lose. But there might be times where there's some energy coming up, and we can use that clearing statement to clear it. So what if we even went anything that doesn't allow you? Hi, Jojo. Anything that doesn't allow you to fall more and more and more in love with yourself, ever expanding through all lifetimes. Woo! Will you destroy and create all of that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, povettes, and beyonds. Just to turn up the music for a minute because clearing works better when there's not music playing. It's my first coffee of the day, so it's like the best one. Are you guys ready to do a little writing? Let's put so hopefully you have a book. I have this one. It's my little summer romance book. I like it because it's got like little fun pages in there. Quotey things. Writing does something. Okay, it's like a kinetic thing. I love it because I notice different things will come out every time I do the money workbook and I write out what I'm aware of. It just shifts things in a different way for me. You don't have to write if you don't want to. You could just ponder it in your head. You can type it on your laptop or put it in your phone. Whatever's fun for you, whatever works for you. There's no real rules here. But this is the writing prompt we're going to start with. And it's interesting because I looked at this and I'm like, did we do this question already? And we might have, I'm not gonna lie, but it kept popping. I'm just going through my book here. Like, we did some pretty cool questions. Yeah. Heck yeah, this has been awesome. But it popped really strong to do it this morning. So if we did it already, I apologize, but maybe something new will come out. Let's just, what if we could explore together and see where this goes? So I've got our writing music on. So I want you to write, and you can do this in the way that works for you. So you can do this in a story format. So it could be like, you know, he or she, or like, you know, the character, blah, 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 blah. Like it could be from first person narrative, whatever works for you. You can do a list. Okay, so you could write it in a story form. You could do a list. You can write a letter to yourself. You could just free flow and see whatever comes out. See what's going to work the most for you. And if you're like super resistant to one, you might want to do that one because it's the things that we resist that usually persist and have some magic in it, really. Okay, so first prompt. What have you made okay that is not okay? What have you made okay that is not actually okay? So it might be like, I've made the way that my family, you know, teases me. I've made that okay. How do you use your journal? Do you return back to what you write it on. Yeah, do I like ever go back and reread stuff? Totally. Yeah. And sometimes I never do. Sometimes once it's on paper, it's done for me. It's like, which is tricky when you also write books and then it gets out of you and then you kind of forget about it because it's done. It's in the world now and you forget to publish it. Yeah, working on that. But if you mean something different, then let me know. But sometimes I'll even pick up a journal and flip and just like, is there something I need to look at today? And I'll be like, oh, wow. And kind of the gift I thought of these particular prompts is that we would create something to kind of go to when maybe we are feeling, maybe we're having the blues, maybe we are like, something's triggered us and we're feeling worthless, or like we totally messed up, or there's something wrong with us, you know. You could pick this up and you can read the letter that you wrote to yourself as a kid, the love letter. You could read, you know, the story. Once upon a time, there was a girl who never fit in, but she knew her life depended on it. You see, she was hiding and she knew she didn't belong, you know, and like, so stories can carry magic with them. And then I have lists like what is valuable about me that is truly beyond this reality. So that's what I was kind of hoping we could use these for once we were done with it, is you would have this beautiful book to open up and explore and allow it to continuously contribute to you as you evolve. I hope that's what you meant. And if not, I think that needed to be said. So just let me know if you have a different question. So what have you made okay that is not okay? And I want you to write this down. So again, you could just write a list of all the things that you've made okay that are not okay. You can make a story, you know, she, you know, it's like in that moment, to say it was like being teased, like she took a deep breath and slowly walked to the dinner table, already dreading the embarrassment and harassment she was going to receive that night. I'll get through this, she said to herself. It's okay. They don't mean anything by it. And I told myself this every night, you know? And so like you could write a story. I think for each of us, it's going to be different in the way that it contributes the most. So play with that. Do a list, write a letter. You could write a letter to someone, to the person that's like, you know, maybe your husband is always like picking fights with you, or always directing anger at you, or having expectations. Maybe you could write a letter to them like, hey, you know what? I've been making this okay. This is actually not okay. You know, or a business partner that's been gaslighting you. Like, how can you express this in writing today? I'm going to be quiet and let you write. Hi, Cass. Welcome. We're writing, what have you made okay that is not okay? And we're doing it either in a story form, or maybe we're writing a letter to the person that's maybe behaving in a way towards us that's not okay, or a letter to ourselves, or it could even be a list. What have you made okay that's not okay? You could even write to the universe. Even talk about, like, how do you treat yourself that you're coming to realize is actually not okay. It's not kind. It's not honoring. I think often to kind of cope with things that we feel are unchangeable, we accept them. You know, that like, I grew up going to church, and it's like, God grant me, you know, is it the wisdom to accept what I cannot change? That's not quite it, but what if it wasn't about acceptance? But if we didn't have to accept the things that are not okay, that doesn't mean that you fight it, or you can't have a joyful life while it is there. But if truly anything and everything is changeable, which I believe it is, then at some point, sometimes there's timing involved. So we got that. Then what if it was, what can I be with this? Rather than, how do I accept this? So everything you accepted about the way people treated you, about the way you treated you, about your life, would you destroy and integrate that? Right around goodbye, pop out online shorts, boys, but with dance. Oh, I love the guitar. I tried to learn the guitar. And get very far. What is not okay that you have made okay? What doesn't work for you that you've accepted and pretended does? All right, wrap that one up, guys. You a moment here, finish your last thoughts for now, and you can always come back and write more. If you guys leave a comment or maybe reach out to me if this is something you would like to see continued, and I might do it in a different platform, but this kind of like meeting for writing prompts, let me know if that would be fun. I think we could do something with that. All right, so now get ready. We're going to write a breakup letter. Gonna break up. Breaking up can be hard to do, but sometimes it's not hard to do. I want you to get a sense of so this is all about self-love, right? Self-value, all those things. And that can be a pretty complex creation, but it's a creation. So anytime you felt that you weren't valuable, or you chose to dishonor yourself, you didn't love yourself enough to honor you, that's all from a creation of something that you've defined as having either less value than others, or, I mean, there's a million things that could be going on there, right? So let me give a bit of an example. Maybe this will make it clear. Is Years ago, before I found access consciousness, I woke up every morning kind of disappointed that I woke up. Like, oh, damn it, I didn't just die in my sleep. And I would live every day from a place of like really hating myself. This music seems very funny with what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can find a different song. Oh no, this one we saved. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, make my soundtrack to be congruent with what I'm talking about. So I'd wake up every morning, just I like hated myself, and I was so disappointed that I woke up, and I would function my day from that place, right? And why did I hate myself? Like, how can you actually hate yourself? So we hate ourselves based on either something that maybe we have regret. We think that we've done something wrong and we hate ourselves for that, or we feel like we didn't fulfill some potential or fulfill someone's expectation. So we hate ourselves for that. We hate our body because it doesn't do something that we've decided it should do. We hate ourselves because we can't accomplish certain things that we should have all the money, or we should have like the partner, the relationship, the whatever. Okay, so this, whether it's like as strong as hating yourself or just always seeing the wrongness of you, always judging yourself, never truly acknowledging the gift of you, like this energy of the self. So this is what we're breaking up with, is the self that isn't actually even us, that we've created. Finn, you're here again. Hi. We're breaking up on paper, not you and I, but we're breaking up with the self that we don't value. That's our writing prompt now. So I want you to I want you to kind of get the energy of that person that you thought was you, that person that you don't value, that person that has been created, that isn't even you as the infinite being that you are. And then you're just going to write a breakup letter in any way that comes out. Yay. I love the concept. Awesome. So I'm going to be quiet here for a moment and give you guys space to write. Sometimes that helps when you name, like, you could say, dear pathetic Cassy, or dear useless. Ooh, that has some charge on it. Dear useless, I think it's time that we have a conversation. I think it's time that we end this. somewhere in your letter, can you describe to this energy, this persona, this image of you that you're breaking up with, that you're acknowledging it's not a part of you. It's not even a part of you anymore. And detangle, like where you entwined this as you. Yeah. Say all the things you need to say to break up with this. I actually remember being a teenager and so angry at myself for like existing. And I would say things like, I hate you, Cassy, like I hate you. And I would have all these reasons. So you might find yourself going to one of those moments where you felt like you were, pathetic on the ground, or you were so angry at yourself or disappointed in yourself. And can you see that none of that's true? None of that, all of that has to do with like the structures of this reality and the pressures of the lies that you're supposed to live your life by, because you're amazing. So what if none of that was you? You can break up with that. Think of those things where people like reference you, like, oh, she's always the one that's late. So like she's the unreliable one. Well, you could break up with unreliable you. You might still be like unreliable in their point of view, but we're breaking up with where we made that us. The one that maybe you're too much, too loud, and you could break up with that. Breaking up with that I could ever be too much. Because what if I'm exactly who I'm meant to be? Every judgment that's been impelled at you, that you absorbed and aligned and agreed with and made you, we can break up with that right now. Sorry, I just had an awareness about myself. This relationship is over. And you can even, hi, welcome. We're doing writing prompts right now. And right now we're breaking up with these kind of aspects of ourselves that were never us. And if you kind of run out of things to write, you could kind of even simply go like, so you could use your name. So like Cassy, and then fill in the blank with something that you kind of bought about yourself that you don't value, that you don't love about you, right? And then say, I break up with you, this relationship is over. So I just, one that popped was, this is kind of funny, was my ex-husband used to tell me all the time what a terrible driver I was. And I always thought I was a really good driver and I loved driving. And I just stopped. I barely drove. He drove everywhere. I began to hate driving and then always questioned what a bad driver I must be, and it created that as true, that's who I am. I'm Cassy, the bad driver. And so this is an example for you to use for you. So I wrote down Cassy, the bad driver. I break up with you. This relationship is over. I wonder what else is possible. And so what are those things that you've been told about you that make you less valuable than you actually are? Oh, electric voltage. I love that name. Welcome to the live stream. We're doing writing prompts right now. If you want to join us, we're writing breakup letters to lies that we bought about ourselves that make us value ourselves less. Mm. Few more minutes on this one, guys. We're gonna wrap up. Long time no see, you gorgeous shining star. You always makes me precious. Aw, thank you. Really kind. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna acknowledge that. Look what I have created. Look at what all of us have created. This is our creation playground. Life. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. If you need more time for any of these writing prompts, check out the YouTube channel. The replays will be there. We have one more next week is our last summer romance live. So I hope you join me and let's fall madly in love with ourselves together. It's not weird, right? I'm really grateful for you. This has been pretty cool. Thank you, Cass. And again, send me a private message if you want to see more of these writing prompts. Maybe we could explore a whole bunch of things around writing if that's something that you're interested in. I want to know where all the writers are that want to play with me. So let me know. Goodbye, everyone. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day.